Hello, how are you? My name is Juan José Rojas, and I want to tell you about my experience that life had traveling in the recent years. Let's start with the last one. Before the pandemic, we went with my family to Santa Maria, Boyacá. It's a town that is towards Restrepo, Cumaral, and Villanueva. It's very nice to visit, has some landscapes that are very beautiful. Also rivet with crystal clear waterfalls and a dam. We traveling in the three cars. My cousin with his family in his car, my parents in their car, and my car. We went with girlfriend with some other cousin. When we arrived, the first thing we did was having some lunch, because the trip was a lot belong the wind to the central park of the two to walk and the feel the cold of the two. We did that in the afternoon and we rest the next day. We got up really on the shiver dam. That is about 15 minutes long on from the town that we went to visit a beautiful waterfall. The best thing that we done to do trick and all that tunnel, his waterfalls has an impression height, and I want to know how big it is, but it's very tall and the water was friends. We did a top run in the horse cars. The next day we got up really and we go to the two square to meet and make a beer cup in the river. Going to the river, we had to walk because the road was too ugly and the car could not pass. Walking we took about 30 minutes, but we enjoyed the beer cup that my father made. Then we go to the beautiful river where the water is crystal clear and the trips to resemble the color blue and is very cool. And finally, that was the last day. The next morning, we went back to Villavicencio. The next destination was Mexico. It's a country that life always like. First, we had to go to the airport in Bogota at midnight and arrived in Mexico at 5 a.m. What impressed me the most, it was still dark at 7 a.m. That was super weird. Then we went to the hotel. That Sunday we went to the sun sightseeing, the center of Mexico City, the Golden Angel, and the next day we went to the pyramids. That was incredible because first there were too many and second they were too big, and that was great. Get to us the stores, and in that afternoon they took us to some museum where they showed us the history of Mexico, typical of an important thing about Mexico, and that was all of that day. The next day we went to the church where the Virgin is depicted on a blanket. We project will go to know the church, and in the afternoon we went to see a very beautiful park where there were a lot of handicaps. In a few days we went to Cancun. We left Mexico City by plane and we going to know the sea. We were in a beautiful, nice hotel with swimming pool and private beach That day we were locked up in the hotel because it rained, and the next day we went to an island called Islas Mujeres and was very close from where we were. We went by boat. That sea was super blue. When we arrived to the island, my dad rented a golf cart to the outlet to visit the green island. It was a very beautiful experience that is not a bit forgotten. We had fish for lunch, which is one of my favorite foods, and we were on the beach. That was all for that day. The next day we were on the hotel beach and the visit Cancun, and that was the last day. The next day we came back to Colombia. From Cancun to City, Mexico, we went on a stopper. The only problem was that we would go to the Bogota was that the suitcase were all the girls are beautiful and remit in Mexico. But that was a mistake from the airline and not from us, and that was an all our trip to Mexico. The last destination I want to talk to you is my trip to Cartagena. We went with my parents and my sister. I remember that we had to leave in Villavicencio at 1 a.m. because our flight was at 7 a.m. We had to be in the airport 2 hours early. We go to Bogota at 4 a.m. and took a taxi to go to the airport. When we arrived in Cartagena, we went to the beach. The next day, we went to the sand volcano. It's like a volcano of sand clay that you get in a relax with that sand in your body. It's super nice to go to there, and we took lunch and they had fish. That is one of my favorite foods, and in the afternoon we were on the beach and read very nice jet kicks. The next day we got up early to go to an island where the color of the sea is very clear and not dirty at all. We went by boat and we were arrived. We go to know a lot about the beach and saw news place. We read the word and they gave us a read. We also did, which is a very cool thing to the because we could see very beautiful digs in the sea. That experience was very nice. On the night of that day, we went to the Wallen City, Miss. That is a very cute place which I love to visit because you can walk with no risk. It's a very nice place to be with your family. The next day, we went to the San Felipe Castle, a place that tells the history of what happened years ago in that place, and they show use some cannons that they use it to defend their lands. And in the afternoon, we were on the beach and walking around the city. I love the city and all day trip to Cartagena. Thanks a lot.